morning, dear students. I am Miss NAVEDA SHAIKH from Brahan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's session, we'll be learning something new and interesting from a science textbook. So let's get started.
Good morning, dear students. I am Mrs. Naveda Sheikh from MCGM Virtual Class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's class, we'll be learning a very interesting chapter from your science textbook, and it is related to the thing that you see on the screen, the food, right? We can see food on our screen, and the chapter's name is Food Safety. Now, we all have learned the importance of food, how we get food, how the food comes to our house, and we've seen all that in our previous standards. Today, we'll be learning a very important thing as to how this food can be kept safely. Okay, so let's get started and learn something new and interesting. We have learned that all the constituents in the food, for example, carbohydrates, proteins, fat, vitamins, minerals, fibers, water, everything is necessary for the proper growth of our body, right? We get these nutrients from the foods like wheat, jowar, pulses, rice, vegetable, fruits, etc. We have learned that a proper complete diet is very essential, right? We have learned that balanced diet is required for a proper growth in your body. If you are having only a particular kind of a food, that will affect your growth. Okay, that is why it is said that everything that is made in your house, because in our house we do not eat only one simple same thing throughout the year. We eat so many different things, fruits, vegetables, pulses, different types, and all these different types of food has all the required nutrients in them. Okay, the chapati that you eat, the rice that you eat, it has carbohydrates which provide you with tremendous amount of energy throughout the day. Do you work, you play, you study, all these thing activities are done because of the carbohydrates that are present in your body. Okay, next, you get when you eat egg, meat, fish, or if you eat pulses, paneer, all these things have high amount of protein in them, and that helps you to build your body. ठीक है, हमारी ग्रोथ के लिए, हमारे मसल्स की ग्रोथ के लिए प्रोटीन्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Next, fats are present in oil, ghee, butter, groundnuts, cashew nuts, all the dry fruits that are there. They have some amount of fats in them. And fats are also very important because they too provide you with energy. Alright? And you have vitamins and minerals. Now, vitamins and minerals are present in your leafy vegetables, they're present in the fruits. Alright? So, the fruits are also very important because they have high amount of vitamins in them, and vitamins and minerals help you to stay healthy. They help you and protect you from different types of diseases that are there around, and they help you to fight those diseases. Because for example, I'll just give you one simple example. Oranges have vitamin C in them. Oranges and lemon, or any fruit which is sour to taste, has vitamin C in it. Vitamin C is very important for your body, for your immunity. Okay, so nowadays you must have seen that on medical stores you get to, many tablets related to vitamin C, because it is helping you to increase your immunity. Same thing happens if you eat the normal fruits which are having vitamin C. They will also promote and enhance your immunity. Understood? And at the same time, water is also very important. It helps in your proper functioning of your body. Alright, so all these things that are there in the food, all the nutrients that are there in the food, are extremely important for your proper growth. Alright, I hope I have made the points clear to all my students about what are nutrients, what are the different components in it, and from where do you get all these nutrients. Now, as we learn that food is very important, right, for a proper growth and for having a proper functioning of your body, also with the inside your body as well, and your various activity that you do throughout the day, everything is dependent upon the food that you eat. So we know how important food is, and it is very important for us to know how to prevent the food from getting spoiled. खराब होने से कैसे बचा सकते हैं, तो पहले हम लोग देखेंगे कि खराब किस तरीके से खाना होता है. First we will learn about food spoilage. What causes the food to get spoiled? Factors responsible for food spoilage. Sometimes fruits or their skins, turn black. Some foodstuffs give out a foul or a bad odor. Such foodstuffs are not suitable for us to eat. Sometimes naturally available food materials are spoiled by wrong handling, as when they are overcooked or improperly stored, say in a damp place. In such cases, the quality of the food materials deteriorates. They may also be spoiled during the transportation. Okay, so you should remember all these things, how the food gets spoiled. कभी कभार अगर हम लोग खाने को सही जगह पर नहीं रखते हैं, they can attract mouse, they can attract various types of insects also, जो उन्हें खाते हैं और उनसे वो सड़ जाता है. ठीक है, sometimes if you keep the food stuff open, there are various types of insects, flies and mosquitoes which wander onto it. They sit on them and they get, and that could lead to spoilage of that food, and we could get food poisoning as well. Sometimes while transportation, if the food or the fruit is not handled properly, it it gets spoiled. ठीक है, सही तरीके से अगर उसे ट्रांसपोर्ट नहीं किया जा रहा है, उसे किसी भी तरीके से डंप किया जा रहा है, obvious सी बात है कि it will get spoiled. Okay, so there are a few things that you need to remember. How does the food get spoiled? And now let's move ahead and understand more about the things. The foodstuff we consume, whether of animal or plant source, must be of the best quality. Otherwise, we may fall prey to diseases or illness. Food is said to be spoiled if there is a change in its color, odor, texture, quality, taste, and there is a loss of its nutrient content. Always remember, whatever you eat, चाहे हम लोग गरीब हो, अमीर हो, कोई भी हो, हम लोग के पास जो भी अमाउंट पैसा होता है ना, उस हिसाब से हम लोगों को वो चीज़ बेस्ट खरीद के खाना चाहिए. ठीक है, बिकॉज फूड इज द ओनली थिंग विच इज कीपिंग अ बॉडी हेल्दी. तो हमें हमें जो खाना चाहिए वो अच्छी चीज़ें खाना चाहिए, ना कि रोड पे से. लाइक देर आर सो मेनी डिफरेंट आइटम्स दैट आर नॉट गुड फॉर योर हेल्थ, like gola and all that small items that you eat, the imli and what sodas and all that you get on the street. Those are not actually healthy for your body. Okay, you like it once in a while, you eat it, but you should not make it a habit. Okay, so foodstuffs that you consume should be of good quality. ठीक है, कोई भी खाना हम लोग जब खाते हैं तो अच्छी क्वालिटी का होना चाहिए. एंड रिमेंबर that if the quality is not good, if it is not proper, अगर वो सड़ गया है या खराब हो गया है, तो you will find a difference in its texture. Sometimes in the morning, if your mother gets up and they see the cooked rice, yesterday's cooked rice, if it is there, they smell it. Okay, why do they smell it? Because once the thing gets spoiled, any food stuff which it gets spoiled, उसका जो odor होता है ना वो change हो जाता है, because of the microorganisms which are acting over it. उससे उसकी स्मेल बदल जाती है. उसकी स्मेल जब वो कुक्ड होता है उसकी स्मेल अलग होती है, एंड जब वे स्पॉइल्ड हो जाते हैं, दैट टाइम द स्मेल ओडर चेंजेस. इवन द कलर माइट चेंज, समटाइम द टेक्सचर, कभी कभी हम लोग छू कर भी हाथ लगा कर भी देखते हैं कि यार ठीक है या नहीं है. द क्वालिटी ऑल्सो डिक्रीजेज एंड द टेस्ट ऑल्सो डिटोरिएट्स. ओके, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट the nutrient content also goes down. Now this picture gives you immense happiness, right? हम लोग जब ये देखते हैं तो कितना अच्छा लग रहा है ना. You can see a burger, you can see chips, you can see fries, you can see nuggets, you can see ketchup, different types of sauces, right? But do you think that these all things are healthy for us to eat? Now, on a day out with our friends or family, we enjoy mouth-watering dishes like pani puri, sev puri, pav bhaji, vada pav, pizza, burgers. But have you ever given a thought to how or where they are made, where they displayed, and were they served hygienically? Now, if you talk about hygiene, hygiene is very important thing. Why do I say this? Hygiene is very important place. Now if you are standing near a vada pav stall, you must have seen, or any stall, they have a cloth with which they keep on wiping that surface. Okay, now that cloth is used throughout the day. Now imagine the first and the second person, if they are eating in the morning, वो चीज को, वो टेबल को वो वही कपड़े से पोंछ रहा है, और रात में जो लास्ट आदमी खा रहा है वो सेम कपड़े से वो टेबल को पोंछ कर उसे सर्व कर रहा है. You can imagine how many microorganisms and how many types of diseases there are chances के उसके वजह से फैल सकती है. तो hygiene is very important when you are taking things from, you're eating food stuff from outside. Okay, same way if you are talking about not only vada pav, sometimes in big restaurants also the hygiene level is not maintained. किस तरीके से उसे सर्व किया जा रहा है, वो चीजें कहाँ रखी गई थी. Sometimes the breads where the breads are kept, there are mouses also in that kitchen, and that could also lead to various diseases in us. Okay, so अगर वो दिख रहा अच्छा है तो जरूरी नहीं है कि वो अच्छी तरीके से पका हो. That is why we keep on repeating that whatever you eat, it should be of a good quality, and you should see to it that whenever you are eating something outside, you should always see whether it is covered or whether it has been made properly hygienically. All right, so these are a few things that you should keep in mind when you go out for eating any of the dishes that we mentioned here right now. Various kinds of changes occur in food materials. For example, fruits turn black or changes the taste. Now, if you talk about mango, mango everybody likes. जब मैंगो बहुत ज़्यादा पक जाता है, ठीक है, अगर बहुत ज़्यादा पक जाता है या फिर बहुत दिनों से उसे किसी ने यू देखा नहीं है, खाया नहीं है, if it is kept in your house, you will notice that it turns black. It starts to turn black. And if you cut it and if you try to eat it, you won't be able to eat it. हम लोग उसे खा भी नहीं पाते because उसका टेस्ट भी चेंज हो जाता है. Meat also becomes sour or peanut becomes rancid. अगर हम लोग if you must have noticed about the peanuts, अगर हम लोग मूंगफली अगर रखते हैं घर में तो उसे अगर ज़्यादा दिन के लिए रखते हैं ना तो उसका टेस्ट बदल जाता है, and that taste is called rancid taste. Okay, so it becomes rancid. अगर हम लोग को ना खाने में वो अच्छा नहीं लगता, उसका टेस्ट एकदम अलग हो जाता है. Same thing happens for meat also. If the meat is kept outside, if it is not kept in the fridge for a longer time, it turns bad. ठीक है, वो खराब होने लग जाता है. All these changes occur due to factors within the food material. ये सारी चीजें क्यों हो रही है? क्योंकि फूड मटेरियल के अंदर ही ऐसी चीजें हैं जो उसे सड़ने के लिए वजह बन रही है. ठीक है. Now fruits have too much of moisture. ठीक है, तो उसकी वजह से क्या होता है, वो सड़ने लग जाती है जल्दी, इजीली. सेम थिंग अगर मीट के बारे में हम लोग बोलेंगे तो मीट अगर बाहर रखा गया है बहुत टाइम तक के तो वो सड़ने लगता है, उसके ऊपर माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म ग्रो करने लगते हैं और उसकी वजह से उसकी जो स्मेल है वो बहुत खराब हो जाती है, एंड वी कैन नॉट बेयर द स्मेल. ओके, सो यू शुड कीप दीज थिंग्स आर आल्सो इन योर माइंड. Often food grains etc. produced in farms are damaged due to various reasons like improper handling. अगर उसे हम लोग सही तरीके से नहीं रखते हैं, improper storage. Now here you can see how neatly and nicely they have stored. But in spite of storing it like this, ठीक है, अच्छी तरीके से अगर तो भी रख रहे हैं, बट हम लोग उसके लिए rodents वगैरह के एंट्री के लिए अगर हम लोग कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं तो that also leads to wastage of food grains. Okay, अगर इस तरीके से पैक कर रहे हैं और उसे अच्छी तरीके से कवर कर रहे हैं ताकि कोई भी तरीके का रैट या फिर कोई भी इंसेक्ट उसे अंदर ना जाए और उसे खराब ना करे. Improper storage, improper transportation, etc. Some foodstuffs like meat and milk are either rancid or alkaline. They may get spoiled due to chemical reactions on contact with metals. अगर हम लोग देखेंगे कि अगर दूध की जो गाड़ी आती है, अगर उसे सही तरीके से इस्तेमाल नहीं करेंगे, अगर उसे धोएंगे नहीं, उसे सही तरीके से स्टरलाइज नहीं करेंगे तो इतना सारा जो दूध उसमें आता है वो पूरा खराब हो सकता है. ठीक है, सो यू शुड ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दीज पॉइंट्स ऑल्सो कि किस तरीके से चीज़ें खराब होती हैं. कभी कभार इम्प्रॉपर ट्रांसपोर्टेशन की वजह से खराब होती है, इम्प्रॉपर स्टोरेज की वजह से खराब होती है, इम्प्रॉपर हैंडलिंग ऑफ द फूड आइटम की वजह से भी अगर उसे सही तरीके से हैंडल नहीं किया जा रहा है. अगर कोई डेलिकेट सा या नाजुक सा फ्रूट है लाइक कीवी और ड्रैगन फ्रूट और हम लोग उसे जोर जोर से उसका पैकेज को पटक रहे हैं, जो भी कर रहे हैं, तो व्हाट विल हैपन, अगर इम्प्रॉपर हैंडलिंग होगी तो भी वो जो अंदर का जो फूड है, जो फ्रूट्स है, वो खराब हो जाएंगे. ठीक है, इंस्पाइट के बॉक्स बड़ा अच्छा बना हुआ था तो भी वो खराब हो जाएंगे बिकॉज दे आर they are being handled in not in a proper way. Okay, they may get spoiled due to chemical reactions on contact with metals. Sometimes foodstuffs may be spoiled due to contamination by microorganisms or insects from the surrounding, like water, from water or soil. ऐसा होता है कि sometimes कुछ चीज़ें फूड स्टफ जो होती है दे गेट स्पॉइल्ड बिकॉज ऑफ द माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म ऑल्सो. अगर वो माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म से एक्सपोज हो जाते हैं तो भी फूड स्पॉइल होने के चांसेस रहते हैं. नेक्स्ट वी हैव इज फूड वेस्टेज. Now, with the help of science and technology, India has shown great progress in the production of various foodstuffs like cereals, fruits, vegetables, fish, as well as milk and milk products. Right? Milk products मतलब cheese, ghee, butter. Even so, many people in our country and all over the world face the problem of hunger. Many children die because of hunger. खाना नहीं मिलने से उनकी तबीयत बहुत खराब हो जाती है. You can see it in this picture as well. इंडिया हम लोग बोल रहे हैं कि it is becoming a developing country और but there are certain places where still children do not find sufficient amount of food to eat. Even so, many people in our country and all over the world face the problem of hunger, and many do not get even one meal of a day. Hence, it is our duty to prevent wastage of food, wherever it takes place. Now, let us talk about how the food gets spoiled. Okay, we have learned that there are different ways by which food gets spoiled, like because of transportation, because of not storing it properly, or while keeping it in the house. Also, if you're not taking proper care of it, it might get spoiled. Now, let us talk about quantitative wastage of food. अगर ज़्यादा amount of food gets wasted, okay, that way हम लोग quantity की बात कर रहे हैं अभी. Wrong methods of farming like hand sowing, okay, of seeds, inadequate threshing, मतलब अगर threshing सही से नहीं हो रही है उसके वजह से भी प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. इसके वजह से भी खाना वेस्ट होता है. Seeds get wasted अगर हाथ like hand sowing is done, that way also sometimes the food grains get wasted. Okay, and wrong methods of distribution are some reasons for quantitative wastage of food. Besides, much food is wasted as a result of the custom of offering and serving too much food to guests at traditional feast or banquets. You have experienced while going to a wedding or any party. Sometimes people force you to eat some more amount of food. Okay, and that time what happens? We take it or they keep it in our plate and we do not eat it. Right? So that custom should be stopped. People should see to it that you do not waste food. Because in the previous slide we have seen that India is developing and it is coming up with new technologies, and science has given up so many things to our agricultural field. We are having so good crops, but at the same time, there are people who are not getting all those facilities. Okay, and there is hunger and people are not getting proper sufficient amount of food also to eat. And because of such practices in weddings and during feast, we if we are wasting too much amount of food, again we are wasting food and we are spoiling food because people are not getting to eat. Had it not been wasted, all this food could be made met the need of many other people. Okay, so these are a few ways because of which large amount of food gets wasted. Like अगर threshing सही से नहीं हो रही है, if you're taking too much of food is served in your plate and you tend to throw it out, that also leads to quantitative wastage of food. नेक्स्ट वी हैव इज क्वालिटेटिव वेस्टेज ऑफ फूड. मतलब खाना है हमारे पास बट उसको अगर हम लोग सही तरीके से हैंडल नहीं करेंगे ना तो वो खराब हो जाएगा. यूजिंग रॉन्ग मेथड्स ऑफ प्रोटेक्टिंग फूड लाइक एक्सेसिव यूज ऑफ फूड प्रेजर्वेटिव्स. अगर हम लोग खाने में बहुत सारे प्रेजर्वेटिव्स ऐड करते हैं, लाइक व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट जूसेस, अगर टेलीविजन में ऐड आता है कि जूस है इसके अंदर रियल फ्रूट जूस है, ये सब इसके अंदर कुछ भी प्रेजर्वेटिव्स एडेड नहीं है, बट इफ यू सी द कंटेंट, अगर पीछे हम लोग इंग्रेडिएंट्स देखते हैं ना तो उसमें प्रेजर्वेटिव्स मेंशन्ड होते हैं. Now those preservatives tend to spoil the food, the quality of the food. ओके जो हम लोग फूड आइटम या जूस पी रहे हैं उसकी जो क्वालिटी है ना वो प्रेजर्वेटिव्स उसको कम कर देते हैं. ओवर कुकिंग ऑल्सो लीड्स टू क्वालिटेटिव वेस्टेज ऑफ फूड. मतलब उसके अंदर जो न्यूट्रिएंट्स है ना, जो न्यूट्रिएंट्स लाइक इफ यू आर कुकिंग लीफी वेजिटेबल्स फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम, तो उसके अंदर जो न्यूट्रिएंट्स है ना वो मर जाते हैं, वो खत्म हो जाते हैं. Washing the vegetables after cutting them, you can see if you're eating spinach or any leafy vegetables, okay, it should be washed first and then it should be cut. Okay, if you are cutting it first and then if you are washing it, it will lose all the all the nutrient quality that is there in it. It gets lost, it gets washed away with them. Okay, so you should remember that also. Nowadays, because of corona, there are many people who are actually using bleach and different types of bleach detergents which are there to clean the fruits and vegetables, and that is wrong. Okay, that is a wrong practice. That is also decreasing the quality of the food. All right. Mishandling of fruits like grapes and mangoes, miscalculation of the time required to transport food from the producers to the consumers are some of the causes of qualitative wastage of food. Now suppose if the food, there are certain food items जिसे transport करने के लिए कम time लगता है या फिर transport करने के लिए अगर ज़्यादा time लगता है, so that should also be kept in mind. Okay, तो उसे सही तरीके से transport किया जाना चाहिए. In proper condition it should be transported. Otherwise that could lead to again qualitative wastage of food. Okay, so what did we learn? Always remember, while if you have vegetables in the house, you should first wash them and then cut it. Okay, because after cutting, if you wash it, it will lose its nutritive value. Do not overcook the food. ज़्यादा पकाने से खाने की जो nutrients होते हैं वो मर जाते हैं. You should handle the fruits, delicate fruits and food items properly. ठीक है, you should always see that उसके अंदर कम से कम preservatives added हो. So you should avoid canned food items also because उसके अंदर preservatives add किए जाते हैं ताकि वो लंबे टाइम के लिए अच्छे रहें. ठीक है, बट वो अच्छा रहता है बट उसके जो न्यूट्रिटिव वैल्यू होती है वो कम हो जाती है. What can we do to prevent food wastage and spoilage? Okay, so we have learned कि food waste कैसा होता है और food spoiled कैसा होता है. We have learned both the things. Now, how can we prevent this? हम लोग इसे कैसे हम लोग prevent कर सकते हैं? First is you should serve yourself only as much as you can eat. कभी भी खाना उतना ही लेना है जितना हम लोग खा सकते हैं. So you should serve small amount. You should take small amount of food in your plate, eat, and then if you require more, you can again take. Okay? अगर हम लोग एक साथ में भर के ले लेते हैं और फिर हम लोग से खाया नहीं जाता है, तो that food gets wasted, right? Like it will get wasted. You should avoid overcooking food. खाने को ज़्यादा पकाना नहीं चाहिए. हम लोगों को उसे उतना ही पकाना चाहिए जितनी ज़रूरत है. Okay? Whatever amount of time is required to cook a food, you should cook it that much only. You should not keep it on the gas कि हाँ पक रहा है तो पकता ही जाए. इससे हमारा खाना भी खराब हो जाता है, उसका टेस्ट भी, उसके न्यूट्रिएंट्स भी खराब हो जाते हैं. Okay? So you should think about that also. Avoid throwing away leftover food. हम लोगों के पास जो भी खाना होता है ना, हम लोग अगर लाइक सपोज इन इंडिया मोस्ट ऑफ आवर हाउसेज अगर चावल बच जाते हैं तो हम लोग उसके अंदर मसाला वेजिटेबल्स कट करके उसे मसाला भात बनाकर फिर से खाते हैं. राइट, सो यू शुड प्रैक्टिस दैट. वो हम लोगों को करना चाहिए क्योंकि खाना फेंकने से क्या होगा, फूड वेस्ट हो जाएगा या फिर अगर ज़्यादा पक जाता है तो फूड स्पॉइल भी हो सकता है. सो यू शुड ट्राई एंड यूज इट, रीयूज इट इन अ प्रॉपर वे. ओके, buy only as much grains or vegetables, fruits, milk, etc. as you need. Avoid the temptation to make excessive purchases. Suppose if you're going in a market, हम लोग जब बाजार जाते हैं तो हम लोग अगर कोई चीज़ देखते हैं, अगर अच्छी लग रही तो हम लोग बहुत सारा ले लेते हैं. You should always avoid that. हम लोगों को avoid करना चाहिए because milk है, fruits है, vegetables है, ये कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी होती हैं जो जल्दी spoiled हो जाती है. Okay, they get spoiled very easily. So you should take them in a specific amount only, so that if you are it is there in your house, it can be used and it finishes off. Okay, it doesn't get spoiled. Sometimes if you take too many fruits, the fruits tend to get spoiled very fast in our house, right? अगर हम लोग बहुत सारे एप्पल ले लेते हैं एक साथ में तो वो थोड़े अगर लेंगे 2-3 लेंगे हम लोग खाकर उसे फिनिश कर सकते हैं, बट इफ़ यू टेक अ किलो ऑफ एप्पल एंड इफ़ यू कीप इट, हम लोग भूल जाते हैं खाना, कभी कभार नहीं खाते हैं तो उसमें 1-2 एप्पल खराब भी हो जाते हैं. ओके, सो यू शुड अवॉइड ऑल दैट. Milk products, especially sweets and all, you should see to it that you take limited amount only, because ये सारी चीजें भी खराब हो जाती हैं जल्दी से. Next, store grains and other perishable foodstuffs like vegetable, fruits, milk, etc. using proper method. हम लोगों के घरों में जब दूध आता है तो we have a habit of boiling it and then keeping it in the fridge, and that helps in keeping the food for a longer time. Okay, same thing happens with vegetables and fruits also. When you get it home, you should wash it, wipe it, and then keep it in the refrigerator's fridge so that it stays fresh and doesn't get spoiled, okay, easily. Next is you should check the expiry date of bottled, canned, packed food and use within that time. So if you have any item that you have in your house which you are supposed to buy, canned item है तो उसके अंदर उसके ऊपर डेट लिखी होती है. ओके, जैसे हम लोग मेडिसिन को लेने से पहले उसकी एक्सपायरी डेट चेक करते हैं ना, सेम थिंग is applicable for the food products also. If you're taking bread, if you're taking milk, if you're taking curd, उसके ऊपर प्रिंटेड होती है कि इसे हम लोग की कब मैन्युफैक्चर की गई है and when it will get expired. So you should check that before buying any item, because if you are not consuming it within that time, it will get spoiled and then it gets wasted. You should eat all the food that you have served yourself. ठीक है, हम लोगों की प्लेट में जो भी खाना हम लोग लेते हैं हम लोगों उसे फिनिश करना चाहिए. यू शुड मेक इट अ हैबिट ऑफ नॉट लीविंग द फूड. ठीक है, हम लोग जब खाना छोड़ देते हैं तो वो फेंकने में चले जाता है and it get wasted. So you should always see to it that you eat your food, whatever is there in your plate, complete it. Okay, and always remember to take sufficient amount, not more, not less. If you take less, it is okay, less amount of food in your plate, and eat that, finish it off, and then if you require more you can take it. Okay, always remember that and practice that. So these are 7 ways that you can prevent food wastage and food spoilage as well. If you liked the session, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can share and view the videos that we had today for you. And please do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you remain updated with all the latest videos that we'll be making for our dear students.
This session was quite useful to you. In the next coming period, we'll learn something new and interesting. Till then, thank you.